This is big breaking news. A massive toxic train derailment has just happened today in Kentucky, right along the border with Tennessee. Officials are now on the scene. HazMat crews are there cleaning it up, and shelter in place orders were issued. So let's get into all the details here. You guys can see this was posted by Secretary Sean Duffy, the Transportation Secretary. He said the CSX train derailment in Kentucky. Here's what we know from CSX: 31 train cars involved near the Kentucky Tennessee border. One train car leaked molten sulphur into the air, and no injuries have been reported so far. And it says here investigators are on the way to the scene. All right, you can see here some imagery. 31 cars fell off the track, all right, and it had molten sulphur. This was causing gases to leak into the air, and there were shelter in place orders issued for the nearby town. All right, you can see here this town is called Trenton, Kentucky, a very small little community. There's only about 350 people that live here, and you can see it's right along the border of Kentucky and Tennessee and northwest of Nashville. All right, so that's what's going on right now. It's not that far from Highway 24, which is a main connection between Nashville and Paducah. A lot of people take that route. And this toxic molten sulfur was released into the air. All right, you guys can see here's some more videos from it. All right, this is some aerial footage of these 31 cars that crashed. We're not sure exactly what happened and caused the derailment, but they did issue shelter in place orders initially. So they are worried that there is toxic fumes into the air, and this could be contaminating the soil as well too. All right, so lots of train derailments, lots of pipeline explosions. What's going on? There was a major train derailment that happened yesterday in Mexico as well too, that I covered on the channel here. And now today we have another one in Kentucky that's pretty large, right? And it's going to contaminate this region probably for a while, all right? They're going to get HazMat crews out there on the scene. Here's some more footage that you can see. You can see that smoke kind of oozing out of the front of those cars there. That is believed to be the molten sulfur. Those look like oil tank cars or something along those lines. But you can see right there in the front that smoke is billowing out of this car. So molten sulfur. And we just had a sulfuric acid leak yesterday as well too in Texas, over 1 million gallons. All right, I reported on that too yesterday. What's going on? And this molten sulfur contamination spill in Kentucky. All right, our infrastructure, for being $40 trillion in debt, we should really have like the top of the line, the best infrastructure in the world, and the most high tech, most advanced, the safest, and we really don't. A lot of the infrastructure was built, 50, 60, 70 years ago, a lot of it, and we're still just kind of working with those systems, all right? So that's what's going on right now in Kentucky, all right? People are breathing this in, and they've told people to stay inside, to shelter in place, and to turn their HVAC off and turn their AC systems off. And it's pretty cold right now, all right? You can see there's no snow on the ground or anything, but pretty cold, and people had to shut it down, all right? So that's why it's good to have alternative heat sources as well too. We've seen multiple power shutoffs and things like that. Let's get into more details of this, and then we'll cover some of the crazy weather that's going on around the country. You can see here this happened in Todd County, Kentucky, Tuesday morning. It says officials say that 31 cars near Trenton Tress Shop Road and Dixie B Line Highway, causing a rail car carrying molten sulfur to catch fire. Hopkinsville Fire Department crews extinguished the fire and remain on the scene to ensure the threat is gone. HazMat crews from various agencies also responded to the scene. You can see here Governor Andy Bashar responded. He said, Kentucky, there has been a train derailment in Todd County, and the local emergency management has issued a shelter in place order for the city of Trenton. Please follow local guidelines and stay safe. More information will be shared as available for those in the surrounding areas. Todd County issued a half-mile shelter-in-place order as a precaution, but officials said it was lifted around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Quote, it could have been catastrophic, says Todd County Judge Executive Todd Mansfield. Air quality in the area has been deemed safe, and residents in the area can now turn their heat back on. Some land was damaged in the crash, but the extent to the damage is unknown at this time. Officials add US 41 is blocked between the city of Trenton and Todd County and the city of Pembroke and Christian County because of the derailment. Says there's no estimated time of when the closure will be lifted, but Todd County Sheriff Office expects it to be a long-term blockage. CSX crews are on the scene focusing on cleaning up the area safely and swiftly. Their priority right now is the health and safety of staff, the community, and minimizing environmental risk. All right, so if you're in the area, just, precaution. Your water table could even be contaminated from these derailments, and that's even happened in places like East Palestine, Ohio. They're still dealing with that. All right, thankfully it doesn't look like they're going to blow this train up like they did in East Palestine, Ohio, and spread the contaminants. I'm not sure what happened there exactly or why they did that, but it looks like they're not going to do that here. So that's a plus, that's a bonus. But places like that, the water table is completely destroyed. The ground is contaminated, right? And that could happen here, right? Not as big of a scale, but could definitely be happening. Let's look at some of the weather news going on right now too, right? This is on Lake Erie in Ohio, right? The shores of Ohio, Lake Erie has receded over 7.5 feet. And this is due to very high gust winds, they're saying. And it's apparently swelled over 10 feet on other shores in Lake Erie. All right, so you can see this guy standing in front of this ship that's here, that's sitting on the ground. You can see homes that are very far back that are typically right on the beach and the lake. The water has receded hundreds of feet. So pretty wild phenomenon. This is going on in Lake Erie on the shores of Ohio right now. You can see here, this is some frozen water that is freezing from the lakes as well too, blowing in now. Here's another video I thought was interesting too. This is happening near Lake Tahoe. Somebody slid off the road over here in the snow off the side of an embankment, and this can happen, right? Even at not very high speeds, you can lose traction, especially on these turns. You can see this right here on this turn. You can lose traction very quickly. And if you are ever in a situation where you lose traction in ice or snow, don't slam on your brakes, because that typically makes you like fishtail or slide even more. But if you tap your brakes, like rapidly tap them, just keep hitting them and let off, hitting them, let off, hit it, let off. That's been my best technique. I've had a couple situations, down big hills, things like that, where I've lost traction going down snow and ice. And that's typically the best technique to regain your composure, right? It doesn't work every time. Sometimes it's too late, all right? But definitely take it easy on these turns, let off the acceleration, and have the right tires too, and snow chains. I'm not sure why the tires keep moving here. You see the tires just keep spinning. But for some reason they're still hitting the gas, it looks like here, after they're already stuck in the snow. All right, and this guy's trying to pull it. It's all around just a dangerous situation. I had a situation like this in my truck a few months ago where I hit a ice patch. I was going uphill, actually hit an ice patch, lost traction, and started sliding backwards. Very scary. And got all the way to the edge of the road, and there was a major drop off, 100-foot drop off with tons of trees. And I was right on the edge of it. And the drop off starts right on the edge of the road, too. It was like a tight mountain road. And to get out of it, I had to find some massive rocks, chalk the wheels. All right, I put big, massive rocks around the wheels so it couldn't move any. And then I got the chains on, all right, and then I was able to get out of there slowly. And I just turned around and went a different route because I didn't want to. I didn't want to go up this road anymore or risk it anymore. But these things can happen, all right. So be prepared. Have chains. Chains have saved me multiple times where you just hit a spot and you're stuck and you can't get traction going up or down. All right, chains can save you. And snow tires as well too. And there's even studded tires, just like ice tires as well, that have little studs on them that break into the ice and create traction. So make sure you're prepared for winter. All right, this is Lake Tahoe. It snows here every year, but people do visit here for skiing and things like that, and it can happen unexpectedly. So the Northeast right now is getting hit extremely hard as well too. It's causing massive flight delays, travel delays, road shutdown, things like that. Northeastern cities are getting hit by another storm. So make sure you guys are prepared. Make sure you guys are stocked up, ready to go. Have your batteries charged, have your prepper pantry stocked, have your gas cans filled up just in case. So thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your wife and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.